The Eagles just finished playing the Packers at Lambeau Field, and there was a lot to take from the game, but to me the biggest takeaway, or at least one of the biggest takeaways from Thursday night, was who didn't play in the game, and that's receiver Alshon Jeffery. He was out on the field before the game, he was in uniform, in full pads, running around, looked good, but when game time came and the first team offense with Torrey Smith, Jason Peters, Carson Wentz went out on the field, Alshon was nowhere to be found. Once again, the Eagles electing to sit him and not play him, despite the fact he's played in barely any of the team drills and camp. Now he hasn't played in the preseason game. So the question is, what is to make of this, and should fans be worried? The Eagles continue to insist that they're just resting Jeffery, which is fine, but the question is, if he really isn't hurt, why are they resting him over other select veterans? Why does Jason Peters have to go out there and play when he's played for this organization for years? Why does Carson Wentz have to go out there if he's a much more important player to the franchise than Jeffery is? And why are there defensive guys like Malcolm Jenkins who have to go out there and risk their body while Jeffery is essentially being put on ice despite the fact he's new with the team? And then there's the fact of the Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffery dynamic. Carson Wentz has now thrown, including the 4 passes he threw on Thursday night, 189 passes in training camp. Only 6 of them have been thrown towards Alshon Jeffery. So for any thought that the Eagles and Carson and Alshon would get on the same page in camp, camp isn't over. In the preseason, there's still 3 more games, but you have to wonder if Jeffery's going to play at all. I talked to Jeffery after the game, and he said he hates preseason and he doesn't really want to play in the game. So far, the Alshon saga in Philadelphia remains confusing. Either he isn't hurt and they're just giving him preferential treatment, or maybe he's a little more hurt than he's led on, in which case that's another concerning thing. But on a night when there was a lot to like about the Eagles, once again, the Alshon Jeffery saga leaves Eagles fans scratching their head.